Hey guys. Okay, so I finished Peril on Gorgon, the first DLC for the Outer Worlds. Uh, so here we are. This is Gorgon. As you can see, graphically, it is, yeah, I'm just gonna say identical to the base game. Um, let's just get the elephant in the room covered. I finished Peril on Gorgon, doing everything I could find in what I would call a completionist in a little over 11 hours. Um, and it felt good. It felt fun. It didn't feel like they were stretching. It didn't feel like they were adding in grindy areas or busy work or any of that kind of stuff. It wasn't artificially inflated. So kudos on that front. Um, the main quest is, I'm gonna say, interesting. Without doing any spoilers, it does delve into a pretty substantial topic for this world, for this universe. It goes into explaining something quite important, um, and I think it does it in an interesting way. I was interested in the story. I was engaged in the story, and in the end, it had a pretty good little twist to it. Uh, and kudos to the writers. I think they told a story that was very much in the style of the Outer Worlds, and I think they told a good one. So, main story wise, for a DLC for a game like this, um, I'm gonna give it two thumbs up for the story. Um, I've played longer DLCs. I've played shorter DLCs. So, make of what you will of that. Um, for $15, I think you get some. I think you get good content. I think you get your money's worth. Um, you get now, as you can see, I'm 33, and just to show you, I still have plenty of content to go do back on Monarch. I just finished, so I've got probably, if I had to guess, 3 to 5 hours on Monarch, and then the whole in-game stuff, which is about maybe an hour or two. Kind of depends on how you play and how thorough you are and how quick you move, and you know. So in terms of length and in terms of experience, I would say this expansion is fantastic. Um, which it has me really wanting to try a lone wolf play with some of the new perks. Let's talk about those new perks because some of them are very interesting. Um, so what you get? You get applied science, very interesting for a science build. You get Nietzsche's reward plus 5% per flaw, very interesting. You get assassin. This one, I think, in my opinion, they screwed the pooch on this one. Putting it at 2.5 instead of 3, I think was kind of a dick move. Um, but I am, because all the weapons in my current build do not qualify. None of the heavy weapons are going to qualify. Half of the pistols are not going to qualify. Only the smallest, weakest pistols will qualify for this. This seems like big time love to melee, and melee didn't need it. One-handed melee is the strongest build in the game. Period. It's just sick what it can do. Um, This is interesting. Lone Master. I want to test this. I want to see if it's +5 and then bumps up to +15, or if it's just +5, +10. This is interesting. This is very interesting. I'd want to see what qualifies as an improvised weapon. I may go one-handed melee and take this and test it and then spec out of it if it's garbage. And then this is really interesting. So each subsequent hit drives up your damage. This basically turns you into a walking, talking splatter cannon. And splatter cannon is the best weapon in Fallout 4. So, all in all, perk-wise, excellent perks for a DLC. In fact, maybe the best perks I've ever seen in a DLC. You could even argue that people playing the base game are playing gimped. So, again, make of that what you will. In terms of gear, I've been consistently happy with the new gear. So we get the hunting rifle Hyper. We don't get access to the next level Deadeye. I understand that. Hopefully that comes in the next DLC. You get access to the next level light assault rifle. You don't get access to the assault rifle Ultra, next Mark III Ultra, or whatever. They'll probably call it a Hyper, like this one. So you don't get new automags. You do get a new bolter pistol. So you see it comes in at 33. That vermin came in with a shock mod? That's interesting. Okay, cool. You get new... Wait a minute. Is that new? No, that's not new. I thought there was a new plasma weapon. Maybe I missed it. So you get the new tactical shotgun. I don't like shotguns. Maybe you do. You get new light pistols, light pistol Mark III. So these could be silenced for that new perk. Now what's interesting, I didn't see any new sawed-off shotguns. Maybe I missed them. Okay. You also get access to some new armor. Let's see here. Handgun TTD drain. Ooh. Boy, that could be interesting for a gunslinger TTD master right there. Huh. Yeah, some of this new armor is interesting, and it comes in at higher levels. So that's a good thing. You get a new lockpick helmet, which is nice. So that'll help you buff your lock. Now I can go so I can go 20. I can go +30 to my lockpick, which unfortunately I don't think it's enough. I don't think it gets me to 150. No new skills. Yeah. Now you do get to take skills to 150, but this new tier of base unlocks doesn't seem worth it to me right now. It's like you're going to lose too much because the level cap is raised to 33, so that's 30 points. You need 50, so you're going to have to pull 20 points out of your normal build. And that would cripple me on dialogue checks, because that's the only place I could take it from. Because I'm not taking points out of science, I'm not taking points out of nor out of long guns. I'm not doing it. So, and I don't think, look at lockpicks 150. That doesn't seem interesting to me at all. And look at this. I mean, I can cower him a second. Why? I could, no, that's yuck. So anyway, those are all positives. The gear that you're fed is fun and interesting, and it really helps change the dynamics of the economy. Whereas normally on this build, I am broke near the end of the game. And now, as you can see, I have plenty of bits. And based on this performance, I think you can see that the final prison level is going to be a walk in the park for me. Going in there at 33 with these new higher level guns. So there weren't that many side quests. That might annoy some people. I don't know. Like I said, I got a little over 11 hours of gameplay. Now, here's the way I look at it. So let's just look at The Witcher 3. It took me 100 hours to finish the base game of Witcher 3, and then I think I got about 40 hours or so in the DLCs afterwards. And I think that's really good. You know, that's what I'm looking for. This game, I think I did my first time through at 35 hours, and I have always maintained that this is a short game. And it is. It is a short game. Okay? And I don't buy into this bullshit that shorter games are better. I just saw a report that some chuckleheads complained to CD Projekt Red that Witcher 3 was too long, and so CD Projekt Red cut content because some idiots don't have the damn attention span to play a 100-hour game. Are you fucking kidding me? As long as you're not artificially stretching things out, as long as you've got things for me to do that are fun, fucking A, give me more content. Why the hell would you pay $60 and then complain that they put more good content in? Because that's what The Witcher 3 has. The Witcher 3 is not, it's not grindy. They're not artificially stretching things out. Okay? Say what you will about The Witcher 3. It's not perfect. It has flaws. But it has really good content, both main story and side quests. And so some jackass whined that the game was too long, and so they cut some of the content from Cyberpunk? Are you fucking kidding me? God, that pisses me off. Oh my god, that is just the dumbest fucking thing I ever heard in my life. So, anyway, now that I'm done ranting and raving, so Witcher 3 is about 100 hours to go through the main story, and then about, let's just say 40 hours for the DLC. It might be more, because there's 2 DLCs. So this game is about 30 to 35 hours for the base game. And then this DLC comes in at over 11. That's pretty impressive compared to the base game. So, you know, if you're about to... If you've never played The Outer Worlds, I highly recommend you just go ahead and buy there's a Game of the Year edition or a season pass or something like that. What's this? Hey, I found something new, I think. What is this? I'm doing my review and I missed the whole area. That's funny. Oh my god. Okay. Well, so if you compare an 11-hour DLC to a 30-hour game that doesn't have any grind, it doesn't have any lame, boring areas that you just wish would end, you know. That's not this game. Um, I think you're looking at a really good value. So all in all, I have to say, Peril on Gorgon is about an 8.5. It's excellent. It's really good. Good sound, good visuals, good content. New lots of new perks, good new perks. Um, the story is fun. It's interesting. I did encounter some bugs, which is surprising because the first game, the base game, was almost entirely bug free. What I found, the main bug that I encountered was enemies warping in and out. And so I'd come along and I'd see a marauder, and it was marauders. I never saw this happen with any other type of opponent. I'd see the marauder, and then they would disappear, and then you couldn't tell if they were actually gone or if they were just standing there and you couldn't see them. And in a lot of cases, they were standing there and you couldn't see them. So that was bad. You know, I take off half a point for that, for the bugs. Um, uh, you know, in terms of just pure length, um, like I said, some of the Witcher 3 DLCs are 40 hours. So this is 11. So half a point, you know, really. There are now some of the Witcher 3 stuff can get a little, it can get a little grindy. And you know, I'm thinking of some of the parties and stuff that can get on your nerves. Um, all in all, though, I'm really impressed. Yeah, 8.5. Yeah, I think so. 8.5. Excellent, excellent DLC. Definitely worth your money. If you like the base game, this is a must-have. Um, if you like Fallout, uh, if you like Mass Effect, this is a must-have. Get this DLC. Don't, you know, it's really good. It's worth $15. So yeah, I'm glad I played it. Glad I bought it, and I'll 8.5. I'll see you next time.